chances are, if you have expressed interest to somebody that's working in tech, that you want to get in tech, they were like, hey man, these 3 certifications that you need to go get. CompTIA 8 plus, CompTIA Network plus, CompTIA Security plus, and then you'll get a job. And there's some truth to that, but they're not painting the whole picture. And I want to give you some insight in this video that will help you reshape the way you think about your career, as well as your skill set and specific certifications along the way. So let's jump right in. So first of all, if you are in the position where you've gotten these certifications and then the job opportunities are not coming along with them, or they seem to be extremely low paying, you have to understand first that job opportunities and the compensation that you are eligible to receive depends on your skill set and your ability to solve problems. So here's where these certifications actually create the challenge for you. Number one, competition. Notice how I said at the beginning of the video, you asked someone about how to get into tech, and they gave you these 3 certifications that you should get. And you were probably nodding and agreeing as I was saying that, right? Because it is the advice that has been given to millions and millions of people. And you know, I believe in the law of averages and conversions, right? So if millions, if not billions of people are getting the same information, you got to believe that they're taking action on it. So what you have done is essentially follow the roadmap of millions of people in front of you, ahead of you, and now you have created competition for yourself. Literally, think about basic economics, man, supply and demand. You have jumped into a pool where the supply is already high because the barrier to entry is low and everybody already has this certification and you've just jumped in line. That is exactly what you're doing when you go after these certifications, right? So that's not really the thing to do. So with that being said, because supply is high, the barrier to entry is low, number one, the opportunities are going to be scarce, if at all. And number two, when the opportunities come, they are going to be probably less than your ideal compensation, which leads me to another thing to talk about congruency. It is unreasonable, and I'm just being transparent, guys, it's unreasonable to believe that you should command a high-paying salary with an entry-level credential. It is not congruent, y'all. It is not congruent. And what you should actually be doing is focusing on skills that will get you to that income level and solving problems versus focusing on a certification. Now, those certs could be good for entry-level opportunities, but most people don't get into tech or try to transition into tech for entry-level opportunities. They want to make more money, right? So that's one of the things, congruency and creating more competition against yourself. And people do this without even thinking about it. And I hate it because that same message has been peddled to people time after time. Now, I want to add a disclaimer that when it comes to like the CompTIA Network Plus, Security Plus, now there are certain government jobs that require these certifications. But I ain't talking about that because I don't work in the government. Anyway, moving on. So that's one of the things. So we are stacking the competition against ourselves. And when we stack the competition against ourselves, literally the only thing that we can distinguish between us and the next guy with the same credentials is accepting a lower pay range, right? So oftentimes when I'm talking to somebody that has these credentials, they are looking for a senior level position or a mid-level position, and they're getting overlooked because their resume says mid or senior, but the credentials are saying entry level. So here's one of the things that I actually have my clients do. I have them remove CompTIA completely from their resume. CompTIA. So number one, we're talking about CompTIA A+. Number two, CompTIA Network Plus. Now I'm specifically talking to audience of adults, people transitioning into tech. If you're a student, you're still in school, do that. It's fine. It's perfectly fine. But understand who I'm talking to here. Adults. All right. So you got removing the competition, right? You have congruency. And then the thing that you want to consider is understanding if that certification is even a requirement for the role that you want. And here's what I mean by this. There are so many cybersecurity roles that exist that don't require technical knowledge or training or skills, because the CompTIA Security Plus is actually a technical focused certification exam, right? But if I was going to go be a cybersecurity compliance analyst or auditor, I wouldn't need to have that certification. It might benefit me more to go look into IT auditing. What most people do is they take the route backward. They go get a certification and then try to figure out how that certification fits into their career, instead of taking inventory of their skills to seeing how they can already add value, what they can already do, finding a career path in tech that lines up with that, and then seeing if there is an industry recognized certification or training that could help them propel to that space, instead of just taking the same old advice that everybody else is getting and then creating mass competition against yourself, guys. So if I haven't said it already, because I'm just talking, y'all, no edit here, just talking. CompTIA A Plus, Network Plus, Security Plus. If you are looking to transition to a more senior role in tech, cybersecurity, those things need to come off your resume because they are holding you back. And I'm gonna leave you with this. When I was hired as the senior security architect at American Airlines, I had the Network Plus, I had the Security Plus, I had the CISSP, right? First day on the job, I update my email signature and I am emailing out, introducing myself to the different security leaders there so I can get up to speed of what's going on in the company. So my manager comes over, he taps me on the shoulder. He's like, "Boyd, you know you're a CISSP, right? You're a security architect here, right? Yeah. Don't you think you want to remove that Network Plus and security stuff off your email signature?" And I was like, "Why? Why?" He says, "Entry level, bro. It's entry level." And it hit me, y'all, that was years ago. And since then, I let those certifications lapse. As a matter of fact, you want to fact check me, go to my LinkedIn right now. You can get those cert numbers and check that they are expired, because there was literally no purpose in adding those. No purpose in renewing them. They came off of my resume, show my LinkedIn profile, because, I mean, who cares? I don't use my LinkedIn profile like that anymore, but there was no point. So I try to teach you guys the principles that I learned that helped me skyrocket my career to making over $200,000 as a security architect. So guys, that's it for this video. If you got some value from it, like this video, subscribe to the channel, and drop a comment on what you want to see next so I can continue add value to you guys and help you overcome the heartache of transitioning into a cybersecurity career without all these extra things that you don't need to do. So that's it, guys. I'll see you on the next one. Peace.